it's Patsy. So you'll have to excuse the hair. I've got a 70s flick going on here. I keep trying to flatten it down and what have you, but it's having none of it. It's going back to the 70s, so nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. It's one of those hair days, which I suppose a lot of us are having now, with no hairdressers and barbers and that being open. So very annoying, because I'd only just had it all cut off a few months ago, hadn't I? And now it's growing long again and a bit out of hand, but hey ho, never mind. So I've come on today to do a VR to Simon over at Hermit's Cave, who I think it was last week did his top 5 tarot decks of the last 12 months. I think it was Sunday actually. I'm sure that's when he released this video. But I could be wrong. I'll try and link his original video below, but I had to have a think about it because, like many of you out there, I buy way too many tarot decks, even in 12 months. I dread to think how many I've actually bought. So there's 5 sitting here that I kind of narrowed down out of the ones that I use the most and I enjoy using the most. So at number 5 we have the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. Is it Robertson? Yeah, Robertson. Lisa Robertson. And this is a Llewellyn, and it comes in one of the magnetic boxes, and you get a little bit of ribbon to get the book out, and it's got such a good chunky book. It's illustrated by Julie Dillon. But yeah, I mean, you get full page images of the cards and that in there. It's a gorgeous book, this is. Really is a gorgeous book. So that is the book that you get with, and then you get your little bit of ribbon. What inside the box you get lip fishy. So let's have a look at some of the cards. I won't show all of them. There's the backs. Like I said, it's Llewellyn, so it's a Llewellyn cardstock. But this deck really talks to me. I just love it. Oh, there's Tom. And when I first got this deck, I couldn't help but notice the resemblance of this card and Tom Hanks, and I think I mentioned it before. I think it is something around the eyes and that. It just so much reminds me of Tom Hanks. And every time I pull it now, I think of Tom Hanks, and I can't help myself. But yeah, this deck just talks to me. It's a gorgeous deck. The imagery is lovely. And I do like, excuse me, dry throat. I do like, can't speak now. I do like a deck with nice images that talk to me. And I think that is probably why I do struggle with Pip decks and Marseille decks, because I like to go into the image. I like to pull what I can from the image, as well as the, you know, traditional meanings and whatever. And every tarot deck tells a different story as well. So it's like a storybook to me. And this is just one of those that I just love to pull out and just see them all laid out in a spread, or how I'm going to read them, and just read the story and then incorporate the traditional meanings, if you like, into it as well. But yeah, so that is my number 5. That is the Mermaid Tarot, and that is by Lisa Robertson and illustrated by Julie Dillon. So that is number 5. Number 4 is the John Barrett Tarot. This the Scarabeo deck, and I love this one for the same reasons. You get a little white book in there, that's all you get with Scarabeo. There's the backs, and is the imagery. And again, this is one of those decks that I just love to have out and read it like a story, and look at the directions and let the images tell the story before I add into it the traditional interpretations of the card and get a reading from it. But this is very intuitive, this deck, for me. I could just sit and look at this deck all day and get lost in it. It's very, very fey, and it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful deck. I did have I can't think, Arthur Rackham Tarot, but I couldn't get on with that one, strangely enough. Maybe I didn't give it enough time, I don't know. But this one, straight away, it's the first time I pulled a few cards, it spoke to me. So, yeah, it is. That's become one that I do love to pull for myself, get lost in, and I think it's beautiful. So that is the Barrett Tarot. Oh, lost one there. So that is number 4. So do that back up. It just comes in a little tub, looks like Mosler Scarabeo. Number 3 is, I love this one, Forest of Enchantment by Lunaya Weatherstone and Mermaid Tarot. And you get, again, it's a Llewellyn. I'm trying to get it out. You don't get a ribbon with this one, so you grab the book how you can. And again, gorgeous book, full image, and a write-up on it. Absolutely beautiful book. And then the cards, typical Llewellyn. Ah, there's the ribbon. No good tucked in the bottom, is there? And on the bottom of this box, you get a swan. If you can see it there. And there's the backs. Typical Llewellyn cardstock as usual. But these images, oh my God, they're to die for. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And this is why I use some of them on my intro, because it's just an all-round gorgeous deck. And I do love to pull this one. I might leave this one out actually, because I haven't used it for a few weeks. But I just can't speak highly enough of this deck. It is beautiful, the imagery. And again, it tells a story when it's all laid out. There is name changes, which, you know, when you first get them, takes a little while to get used to. Like, don't know what happened to this card, but it's, you see there, I think it must have got damp or something somehow. But that's 7 of challenges, and then you get like the spells and the boons, the pentacles. But look at that, absolutely stunning. And then you get the visions there. But the images, you know, are just lovely. And like I said, I am been a few weeks we're not using this, so I'm gonna have to leave this one out because it needs to be used again. Beautiful. So that is my number 3 deck, and that is the Enchanted Forest. Let's pop that back in there for now. Oh, Mr. Card down. So that's that one. So my number 2. Now I really struggled with this because I'm now going to show a deck that I've only had a couple of days, and that is the Shadowland Tarot. Now I've only just done a walkthrough of this, and I've only just got this. This is a birthday gift. But oh my, I am loving this deck. There's the book. I'm not going to show too much because the book is absolutely brilliant. The book is really, really good. See the spider climbing up the page there, look and see. Yeah, it's great cardstock. This is Red Feather Publishing. Great cardstock. The back's so cute. And the images, like I said, I'm not going to show too much. They are, so it's a deck for shadow work, and it's supposed to be a dark deck, but I don't consider, it's dark but cute dark. It's not dark dark. And again, it's such a hard-hitting deck. I'm really, really enjoying it. So this is why I've made it number 2, even though it's only a new deck and I'm only just getting to know it properly. From the first time I pulled some of these cards, it was like, wow. And everything about it is lovely. So over time it might change and it might not be my number 2, but at the minute I'm enjoying it that much. This is my number 2 deck of the last 12 months. and I think it's gorgeous. It's not a deck for everybody, but then what deck is for everybody? And this is not, to be fair, something that I would normally buy, but it just spoke to me, and the more I saw it, the more I felt, yeah, I've got to have that. And I'm so glad I did, because it's lovely. I'm loving working with that. So that is the Shadowland Tarot, and that's my number 2 deck of the last 12 months. Not of all time, they're different, but they're for the last 12 months. And my number 1 is a deck that I had wanted a while, and could never get it. It was really out of my price range. But kindly, a lovely person here on YouTube sent me it as a gift. And I've only again had this 3-4 weeks, something like that. But I can't put this one down either. I fell in love with this from day one. And it's the Dark Mansions. Dark Mansion Tarot by, this is the regular edition by Tarotica Studio. It is an indie deck. Again, great cardstock backs. And what can I say about this deck? It is stunning, and I mean stunning. I love working with this. I pull this all the time, well, every day actually. I pull reading with this every day, 3 cards. I just love it. You know, when somebody messages me, can I do them a reading? This is the one I'm pulling out and doing a reading. It's so on point, so accurate, and it's just got something about it. Like I said, it's a lovely matte card, and the imagery, just look at that. How could you not think that was cute, the Hermit? Yeah, so this is my number 1 deck, and I will always be grateful to the subscriber who sent me this, because I cherish it. I really do. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of this deck. I knew I'd like it when I saw all the images and people showing it and what have you, but I just knew that I couldn't really justify spending the sort of money that it was when it come out. So I just left it, and here I am now, own it, and I'm so pleased I do. So yeah, I mean, this, you know, it's just one of my favourites. Even in the top 5, this would be there. But for my top 5 of the last 12 months, this is way out in the first place. So there we go. So that's the Dark Mansion Tarot. Chucking cards away. The Dark Mansion Tarot. And that is my top 5 tarot decks of the last 12 months. And it was great doing that. It was nice to pull out my favourites and show. Even though I've shown them all before, it's still nice to show them. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.